Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Victoria 2. So, first thing I'd like to do is apologize, because I know I have a lot of comments from some recent videos on map modes and stuff that you guys want to see. I can't zoom in right now, it's quite actually terrible down there. So, the first one that I think people wanted to see was the population density map mode. Holy 814k. Sorry, that whistling was probably very terrible in the microphone. Not bad. Wow, 110k. Not terrible population centers around. Let's see. Alexandria, 2.7 million. Seems about right. How's London? 475k. If I wanted to go look for something that might even compete with Alexandria, I guess it'd have to be down here. 1.74 million. Okay. 1.87. 1.73. So nothing quite competes with Alexandria, it looks like. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So that's about what the population map mode looks like. There isn't much dense population in the world. Like I said, when we get to 1936, I am definitely going to be comparing our world population to that of the actual world population at the time. Which I think was like 1.5 billion or close to. Either way, we'll find out. So, the other thing that people wanted to talk about was the effective unity of the communist countries. I have finished coding in an event for that. The event will... It's delayed right now because I don't think we're out of the woods yet in terms of countries going communists, and it would be easier just to do it all at once rather than have... It's just that anyone who has a capital scope in Europe, they'll join in with the whole thing, and whoever's highest on the great power list will be come the country, as it were. Because I mean, Ruthenia looks like it's having some troubles. Scandinavia looks like it might go reactionary, but you never know. Things change. And Pomerania, half the country's been occupied by damn communists for the last decade, so who knows what'll happen. Also, this year will be the last year of a subsidized industry. I've been keeping my industry kinda on crutches for a little while. Oof. To help make sure that, you know, everything goes okay. Alright. So, we're going to need artillery to back these bad boys up, I think. Alright, first off, let's get rid of you and you. How do I have 201,000? Okay, yes, yeah, that makes right. I wanted exactly 200,000, but there's no point in having red ones. They can't support troops and they will not reinforce, so we might as well clean these guys out. There's no reason to have them. I think I just threw away a good one. Yeah, I did. Alright, we'll move you back over here. No point in having you, no point in having you. And there we go. So yeah, you guys can all go back home to your wives and children. Leaves us with about 162,000. Let's try and get rid of some of these yellows. I just want to make it an even 150. There we are. I have a little bit of OCD here and there with some things. Now, these babies, artillery. I am going to need, let's see, if I want 150,000 of these, then I guess I need that 3,000 apiece. What the hell is 115 divided by 3? 5, so I need 50 of these, alright. Sometimes a little slow with division in my head. Never did like division in school. I was very good at math, though, so... At least when I had a calculator. Oh well, that's a story for another time. So, the reason I'm just going to be doing this on camera is because this is going to give me a chance to talk about something else, which is that I've started converting this to Hearts of Iron 3. Now you might be going, what? Why are you doing that? And I think some people haven't realized something yet, but there's no converter. I actually have to do this shit manually. There are over 15,000 provinces in Hearts of Iron 3. So for those of you wondering if I'm going to have a good time doing it, the answer is no. It is going to be incredibly monotonous and incredibly boring. I'm also not going to be doing, you know, I'm not going to be doing too much, like, live streaming like I used to with it, because I really don't see a point. It's going to be literally me opening province files, changing a bunch of values, closing province, and then moving on to the next one, and repeating said step about 10,000 times, if not more. So, that's basically the reason. Yeah. Thank you all for understanding. I'm very sure that nobody would really care to want to watch that crap. It would be hours upon hours of boring stuff. It's going to take me a really long time to do this, so I'm starting months in advance. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And there is something else that needs to be addressed about that. It looks like or Rome will do fine. It's got its nice big name on the old map now. But one of the other things I wish to address is generals and... what's the other one called? Generals and... ministers, that's it. I'm basically... yeah, sure. Gain a little consciousness in liberalism, and yeah, won't hurt. Anyway, as I was trying to say, ministers and generals. Here's the problem. I'm basically going to be using the Ethiopian order of battle in terms of generals and ministers. And they don't have that anything. I guess I could steal like the German and Soviet and British ministers and generals and stuff. I'll probably have to. But, you know. That would be neat. Yeah, that would be kind of a large problem with me. Wait, I did the wrong one on that one. Oh well, whatever. Against New Savoy, by the USCA was detected. Alright. Sounds about right. They can go beat the crap out of them. Cool. So, the problem of getting that many generals... let me put it this way, at this current rate, that's going to mean that I have a base of... I've got an equation here, and I expect to have a base... you know the Soviet manpower? At the rate I'm going, based on my equation, I'm going to have 3 times that. A little worrying, I probably have to adjust my equation, but... so, the army size I'm going to be fielding is going to be huge. And I have a plan. I have a plan for balance, don't worry. So the army sizes I'm going to be fielding are going to be huge. So understandably, I'm going to need a lot of generals, and I've figured out the best way that I can do this. Congratulations, guys, you're all going to be generals. No, really. Technical acquisitions, found itself stranded in America, leaking hull, no rations. Into the heart of darkness. The cause of science demands it. Impressionist literature. Discovered Standroid Evans. What do we still have left to discover? The answer is a lot of things. The only thing that we currently can't discover is realist literature. Guess we will never get to discover that. Alright. It sucks. Oh well. Big ship competitor. Yes. Alright. Cool. Electrical lighting. But yeah. So I have a plan for all that. And basically I'm going to be recruiting you guys as generals. You guys can submit the name you want to be a general. And here's how it works. You either get 2 traits, or which you can pick from the Hearts of Iron 3 list. I'm not going to go over that. The Italian Red Guard. Good God. I think I might have to send aid over there. The cruisers are joining up. Excellent, eh? You know what, we'll just leave them in Alexandria. For the time being. Basically, I'm going to be having you guys solve the factor of needing a bajillion generals and making them somewhat unique, hopefully. So what you guys are going to do is get to select 2 traits as well as a name that you want for the general, or you can select 3 traits, but you'll automatically also be given the Old Guard trait, which is, I think, the only negative trait. I may be wrong on that. Feel free to correct me if I am. Manchu and Kwazimistan at war. Isn't Kwazimistan collapsing right now to something? Wait, no, there's a capital. To the communists. Unless they can get it back in time. No, wait, they'll automatically get it back in time because they're at war. I don't think they can actually collapse while at war. Either way. So yeah, so it's going to work. 2 traits or 3 traits in Old Guard. I'm just going to be rolling a d5 for skill levels. So that's how that's going to be done, but you know. So yeah, you guys do work for me. And it appears Rome has unified. There's a decision for it when it becomes a great power. Yeah. Oh, for the love of... There we are. Got some lag opening that up. It's now 4th. So let me get this straight. Palmyrene Empire, Sino-Siberia, United States of Central America, Rome. The top 4 great powers are all from me. Oh, and East Gondor is now a great power. At this rate, there is not going to be a single great power left that isn't a fracture of my empire. Like, seriously, how are you doing? You're still only a civilized nation? Wow. I guess you got hit pretty hard by that. Whole... debacle with that... I don't know what to say. Let's call it a debacle with the economy. Yeah. That's the best way to say I crashed the economy. How many pieces of my empire are not great powers right now? It's just Addis Alexandria, actually. Yeah, it's the last imperial province. Oh no, wait, Tarisa too. Tarisa too. Yeah, Tarisa as well. So, how's this going? We've got railroads building everywhere. Perfect. This is what I like to see. So, like I said, I'm going to be cutting the industrial subsidy cord, as it were. Huh? Oh, well, looks like we can do one of these now. People really seem to want the minimum wage one. I would be cutting it a little close. Oh, no, it wouldn't, because the other one's really large as well. I guess I'll go through with the 8-hour workday. We want to just try and finish these off at this point. Here's a tip. No one can be communist if they don't have a reform desire. A reform desire, they have to have a social reform desire in order to be communist. So, I can destroy the communists once and for all time by passing the last of these reforms. I've decided it is the best thing to do. Eaten by cannibals. Blast. I really don't think that Africa is that inhospitable. I think we've worked out and built gigantic railway networks through it now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have. More permanent prestige, always cool. Anyway. Seriously, I don't think that Africa is that inhospitable. Although we still have some colonial provinces. Speaking of which... No, I don't want to click on the armies. Stop making me click on the armies. That's a glitch. Shouldn't have been clicking on those armies anyway. Oop. South Cameroon. Excellent. Okay. Come on, anyone? Nope. There we go. Northern Cape. There we are. Oop. East Angola. Oop. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, we've almost got the remaining colonial states eaten up. That's for lack of a better word. We still got a couple colonial states out there as well. And apparently those are colonial states. Duly noted. Anyway, Equaterra, Katanga. Yeah, I guess that's it for now. Alright, let's continue. %40 of the upper house. Okay. So, soon. Very, very soon. But yeah, it's time to end the subsidies once and for all and appoint the merchant faction. The factories will be fine. What does this mean? Well, alright, let's just try and let that run out for a moment. Yeah, let people become a little on the richer side. Alright. So, a good start. How does a 10% tax rate on the poor do? Okay, how about a 10% tax rate on the middle class? And 10% tax rate on the upper? I think 15% taxes across the board will do. With no more industrial subsidies, expect a ridiculous list of factories going bankrupt. Yep, there it goes. I'm not even going to put my cursor over that because that's just probably going to give me an out-of-memory error and crash my game in a couple days. I don't even know if that's possible, but it might very well might. And our industry is somehow still climbing, which is always impressive, despite the number of factories going out of business. It's fighting its way up, at least. But yeah, that's... Anyway, looks like we're almost, let's see, 1888, so we have 10 years just to do the last 4 techs here. Or it'll be 9 years. Yeah, we're going to max out techs. For every year I spent in tech max out, I'm going to award myself like extra research points or something in Hearts of Iron 3 to do something with. Speaking of which, we really need to get back at... Everyone was talking about how I'd kind of just ignored Cyprus, and that's true. Not even... More so willfully than anything else, oddly. Also, people are complaining often about, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There. This'll do. About me keeping all my troops together, they don't take attrition unless I'm moving them. Well, every time I move them, they take attrition would be a better way to put it. So they're fine, just so long as they sit in Alexandria and do absolutely nothing. If I move them as a group, they will disintegrate instantly. That is how it works. Now get in there. So yeah, the Ethiopian communists are no more. They've got 50,000 supporters. And the fascists have 12,000 supporters. I can finish them off here. Holy crap, I wasn't expecting a boarding brigade that large, but alright. I guess the second I put it there, all the rebel hunting AIs kicked in. I guess that means I really only have to say put it in the Canarian Sea, and they'll clean up the Canary Islands. Yeah, I guess so. That's kind of useful. I'd bet you anything, probably a lot of the... And certainly can be considered. Lose militancy, that's the best thing to do. I'd bet you anything the remaining of the communists and stuff. They are... No, I was actually expecting them to all be in places that I didn't control. Because that seems to create the need for communism and various other things. Let's see, life needs not fulfilled. Yeah, everyday needs not fulfilled. Apparently they're not getting income for some reason. Despite what should be, yeah, I'm definitely subsidizing the crap out of them. Actually figured that'd be okay, but apparently not. Brilliant electrical lighting everywhere. Also expand the naval base there. Damn, right. My economic policy won't allow me to build railroads. Oh well, the capitalists are on top of that enough as is. Do I dare? Yeah, that's going to be terrible. Can I delete factories? No, I can't. The capitalists have to. Like I said, my industrial power is climbing. Like, everyone was telling me to switch over to laissez-faire. It's something that you need to do slowly and at the right time. If you don't, you really risk running your economy through. And a lot of the time, it's better to just wait a little, you know? I was playing it a little on the safe side, just to make sure. It's always better to be a little on the safer side, and not end up crashing your economy and possibly the entire world again. Like I said, it's against Armenia by Rome. You know what? That's a good idea. Oh no, India's apparently attacking. Good work. What are you guys going for? Acquire the Kalat region. Guess since that's their core, that's fair to say. The Farah region. Yeah. I suppose we should probably intervene as well. Decrease relations. Can't justify war on them for a little while. Have to insult them a couple times. These guys are the last sunny countries in the world, I'm pretty certain. No, wait, Brunei exists. That Jade isn't. Jacobin rebels, Dainan, Persia, Malaya. Yeah, almost. Almost. Like I said, Islam is almost done. It's done in this universe. It's a small little heresy practiced by a couple countries. It's really all it is. Supply range increase or naval organization? Yeah, supply range. Seems like it'll be a little more useful, since I'm not planning to be at war for a few years. Alright, you guys seem to have that covered. Now I just need one group to take out Fernando Po, which apparently puts its factories all on that island. Why the hell I have that many factories in there anyway, I don't know, but... yeah, we need to either... I hope they don't turn communist soon. It's getting kinda iffy, you know? And one for South Home. And I think that's the last of them. The rebel hunting AI seems to be on top of that. Good work to it. And then we'll have to go free a couple of them. Yeah. Oh well. Armored citadels. The concept of a floating armored citadel. I love it. But yeah, I actually took a check around a lot of the technologies. Everyone's surprisingly keeping up in military technology, but in nothing else. There are at least 1 or 2 techs behind in everything else, so... Demonstration turned sour. Rich strata become 20% more reactionary, poor strata become 10% more socialist. Yep. I do not want the reactionaryism up there, up in the upper house. That's really going to slow me down. Every bit of reactionaryism I get. Gotta make sure. $43, come on. I think at the end of the year we might just get it when the socialists get their power back. Luxury clothes. Lose militancy. Yes. There we are. Supply range increase. Naval logistics. Let's see. So yeah, the next invention or next research is of 1898. I'm just about done. Gotta finish the research. But yeah, that's about going to cover it. It's been a nice slow episode. Rome united. Croatia still independent. Whoops. You don't want people to bitch at me if I annexed it at this point. It gets to survive. Christ. The amount of lobbying you people did for an independent Croatia was insane. Freaking hell, is everyone who watches me Croatian or something? I don't know. Oh well. You've got a Croatian homeland. And it's all Croatian. How's Scandinavia doing? Reactionaries. Burma and Pegu have gone to war. Scandinavian reactionaries, how are they doing? The Red Guard. Swedish Red Guard. Citizen Guard. Young Scandinavia brigades. So apparently the rebels are striking back. The Gallerian Freikorps. Looks like they're going to go fascist. Maybe. You never know. The White Army. Slavian nationalists. Ruthenia seems to be getting a good grip. Quasimistan. Quasim Khanate reactionaries. I don't even know, man. Astrakhan. Astrakhani fascists. Astrakhani communists. The Red Guard and the Freikorps. Wow. I don't know why everyone seems to still be killing each other. The world's far more peaceful than it should be. I would honestly be expecting there to be many more, wars, but apparently this whole issue of civil wars... I think the civil wars are just causing more civil wars at this point. I may have thrown the world into a loop of doom that can only be ended by either going communist or fascist. Ooh, expressionist art. Yeah. It's gonna be a rough set of years here. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching. As always, this has been Calvin, now with a laissez-faire economy and a list of factories closed that is so ridiculously long, I don't even know anymore. My capitalists don't seem to be replacing them. Oh, there we go. Never mind, they're just instantly funded. Right, I forgot my capitalists are a bunch of rich pricks at this point. Good work. Good work. Keep it up. Lots of capitalists. Before we go, let's just double check this. 17,000 capitalists. Okay. That's not terrible, actually. Well, thank you everyone for watching. As always, this is Calvin signing off with the music.